Okay, date February 27th 2012, continuing with the removal of the roof. Yesterday you saw scary stuff. You've seen these staggered joints that we've made here on the A-post now. Reason for that is that we're going to drop the new roof on top. As you know, that'll make a lap joint, so we're happy about that. Bracing still in position and holding out. B-post there, cleaned up and ready as we saw earlier on. Roof now peeled back, ready to remove in sections, so it's easy for me to lift it off because I'm on my own tonight, so I'll be cutting it up in sections. I'm now working on the back of the car, and I'm checking that all the welds on the inside there. Let's get a torch and have a little look what we've been up to. My light's not on, so clean those, taking them welds out. That lifts that bracket off that wheel tub. Whilst I'm not keeping the wheel tubs, I'll be using them for reference, so they're staying in until the new roof's on, then they'll get pulled out. So those brackets are off. I'll work on the other side next and get those off. I've got that one off there. Now, what I'll begin doing is peeling back this quarter. I'm going to make a cut down there and get to this backing plate. I've already cut the roof off, so the roof's actually ready to go now. I can actually lift the roof off if we want. Here's some more welds that have been drilled out and ready to go. Same on that side, leaving the wheel tubs clean. It's actually going to come off in two sections, the roof first, then this parcel subsection next, and then you'll be at the scariest part of the car really, in terms of how far gone it'll look. With no roof and no back end, it isn't going to look like a car anymore, and I know that, and that's the exciting part of it. You know, this is it. Once that roof goes on, once those wheel tubs are back on and that parcel shelf's back attached, you're there then. As far as I'm concerned, you're there for the middle of the car. You've got your strength back in the middle of the car. You're talking about a front end and a back end rebuild. Your middle's done. So to me, I'll be quite happy. The back end of it doesn't worry me that much. I've got to make sure that I get everything lined up. The parcel shelf's got to be level. It's got to be true and square. And then we've got to start mocking up the back quarters. We'll potentially be putting the doors on and looking at the general alignment all the way through, starting from the back right the way through the car to the wings at the front. So everything will be going on with tacks until we're happy with the general layout of it. I might have some trouble at the front because my wing rail is distorted, so I need to really work out how I'm going to do that. I'm not quite sure yet, but I don't want the wing to be set out of line and then it's messing up my alignments here. So I think a lot of it's going to guide itself, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, right, you know, the back quarter and the two doors are going to be perfectly lined up, then it's up to the wing to do its own alignment. It'll have to be figured out, because really I think this sets its own level. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens when we get to that stage. For now, I just want to pick everything clean off and get everything out of the way. This roof's scrap. There's no point having it hanging around. It's not going to achieve anything. It doesn't do anything. It's in the way. It's not structural anymore. It's been cut off. The roof's gone. That quarter's gone. So I'm now going to whiz them panels off so we can get better access to the wheel tubs and get them wheel tubs cleaned up. And once all that's cleaned up, we'll have a tidy up. I might remove the boot tub, because what I've also realised is it's easier to get your boot in when your parcel shelf's out. You can get to all the welds really easy. So let's get the parcel shelf out and fit the new boot panel. We've got a new boot panel. We can get that in, and we can do a lot of the work with the parcel shelf and the roof out. We can do a lot of the work. So I think that's a good idea to do, and then drop the roof on top when you've done all the awkward stuff. So that's my plan at the moment. On this day of Feb 2012, we're going to set you up on the tripod now, so you can watch the grand extraction of the roof itself, and watch in horror as the roof peels off, and worry for me, thinking how the hell am I ever going to get this car back into one piece. But that's it. That's the fun. That is the fun. So let's see, let's go. Okay, hope you're ready. It's gloves on. It's chop the roof off time. GXL convertible. Are you ready? I said it. Are you ready? Right, we're moving into position. This bad boy is going over the top. Let me move into position now. Looks like it's already started. Just one more cut. One more cut to do it. Just need the glasses. Or the face shield. We're locking on. Goodbye, car. Nice knowing you. Everybody's watching horror. Goodbye, car. It's over. Did you like that? Did you like that? Woo! Bump bump. What is it? It's a bump 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 bump. Timber. Oh, the smell of the roof. Quite appropriately made in Britain. I'm going to check we've got a. You never know with these cameras if you've been shot or not. I think we are. Nothing in the manual could prepare us for this. Now I know what the grab handle. Now I know what those interior grab handles are for. And for taking your roof off. It's Cortina bench press, part 1. Hoit! Do those weights. Hoit! Do those weights. Hoit! Cortina bench press, part 1. That's it. We're off. The eagle has landed. Woo, woo. That's the end of that. So, as you can see, it's Chopaholics. Chop, chop, chop. Now you can see, start to see this. Actually, this part of the roof wasn't as bad. And by the way, remind me to save the central spar because that's got the interior light cut out in it, which the other roof won't have. We need to transplant that in. Shouldn't be a big deal. Actually, this part is probably the better part. It's, I'll show you the bad bit. The inside of this wasn't as bad. It's these roof cutters, as you saw on the other vids. Again, on the other vids, those holes, and then this front leading edge. You knew I always worried about that piece. So it's basically end off. Just make sure we don't catch any live cables that are just trailing across the garage. You can cut into them by mistake and this then becomes live. So if you're unlucky, that is, you usually cut through the neutral and the blow the fuse. But so there we have it. Now we'll be making one simple cut straight across the middle to make it more manageable, and then I can take it outside to the scrap. I make one cut straight through the middle, and it makes it more manageable. I'll then take it to the scrap pile. There's nothing like this except the central spar. There's your central spar. There's your interior light there. It's the pre-facelift, pre-facelift, early. Now of course that's going to be glued on. Not sure how strong not too bad, see it's popped there. Right, we've got that off. Got two 13mm, only 10mm bolts, and we'll have that off. Then we'll slicey straight down the middle into manageable sections. So I shall resume when I've cleaned that up. Alright, that's the roof off, as promised, no problems, off she goes. So now I'm going to cut this back wing off so I can get to this inner panel here that supports the parcel shelf. I want to be lifting that whole parcel shelf out because that's discarded as well. That leaves you with 50% of the car remaining, which is not bad really, not much left of it. Yeah, so we'll get that parcel shelf off, get that wing off, then start cleaning up the area. I'll take the boot out as well, so there'll be no boot on it, no wing, no back parcel shelf. Basically all you're left of is a floor pan really. So let's put the floor pan and all its parts back together.